Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Intentional Outlier. My name is Sheila, and in this video I'm going to be talking about cash stuffing for start with sinking funds from my February 13th paycheck. So I've already gone through in another video and walked through my budget for that paycheck and how I came up with the numbers that I did. And my goal for sinking funds right now are anytime money comes into my home, I go ahead and I contribute $1 to each category. I currently have 29 categories. But kind of the twist on that is if I have a category that's already met its goal amount, then I'll take that dollar and I'll contribute it to a different envelope that hasn't quite met its goal amount yet. So let's see. So this is what I took to the bank to go ahead and get the money in the denominations that I needed. So this is for both my 1 year ahead fund and my sinking funds. So I just do it all in one trip. So this is how I break it down with each denomination, and then how many of each bill that I need for each of the categories that I'm going to be filling this time. And then I make sure that that number adds up to these numbers, which adds up to also the budget numbers, just to make sure that the math is all mathing. And yeah, it keeps us all on track. And this really, having this ready to go makes it, it streamlines the process for the tellers as well. And it always feels like a small victory when they plug in the numbers and it adds up to the amount that I think it's going to. So what I do is I take this pouch. I've had this pouch for a long time. I think I don't know. I honestly don't remember where I got it. That's how long I've had it. So I take this and with my paper, and we get the money and they count it back to me, and then I bring it home. And then I have this tray that I've had for, again, a long time. It has definitely been a useful tool. It's more so fun than anything else. I got it at a secondhand store. I think that it was originally designed to help organize children's toys, but it works perfectly for this application. When I first started doing this, I just had a paper box that I had made cardboard dividers and put them in there, and it worked for a long time. And then I saved up my money to buy this one, and I think I paid maybe, I don't know, it was less than $5 that I paid for this quite a few years ago. So so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go through and I'm going to face the bills. And I've already counted it, so I know that it's all there. And then let's see, how much do I need for? I only need one of them for a 1 year ahead fund. The rest of these are all for the sinking funds. So that's all my ones in my tray, just like that. And then I have, these are the binders that I'm currently using. I bought these in bulk online from Amazon, not sponsored. I got the binders and the folders. These are an A5 size. I decided to go a little bigger this year. I have the machine that cuts the vinyl, so I went through and made all the labels for them. And yeah, so I'll go ahead and I got that going, and then let's see, move that out of the way for now. And then I have the sparkly pink binder, which has all my trackers in it. This is my budget binder for this year. So I am currently using just regular rolled paper and sheet protectors And I use these because I like to write in the margins on the paper sometimes, and I don't know, it just keeps it a little cleaner and more organized for me. And I also don't have to open the rings and close the rings, and I don't know, it's a preference really. Okay, so the first one we have is car maintenance. Car maintenance is anything. So I have, okay, so how I set my goal amounts are, like for instance, the car maintenance one, I have it set at $500. So there's a couple of different ways that I think about this. Is that, like, if I needed to pay, for some reason needed to pay the deductible for my car insurance, I would have the money for that. Or recently I bought a new battery for my car. Or I just, when I go and take it to get a car wash, I use this money for that. Oil changes, maintenance, that kind of thing. If it's a larger priced item, say for instance tires, I will create its own a separate envelope just specifically for the tires. So it's based off of really like my comfort zone. I think it's kind of my approach to it. Yeah, and it seems to be, I do make adjustments here and there from time to time. Sometimes I lower the numbers, sometimes I increase the numbers. Sometimes if I have something that comes up that I need to have cash for right then, I will go through and I will look at all of my sinking funds, and I will take half of what is in there, whatever the amount is. I'll take for the ones that are the lower priority ones, which are usually ones that aren't reoccurring bills. So you'll see as we go along, I have some of my my envelopes are more so geared towards areas in my life where it's easy for me to spend a lot of money. So I put a goal amount and a cap on it so that it kind of keeps me within those boundaries of whatever that amount is, because my rule for myself is if I can't pay cash for it right now, then I can't afford it. And that kind of keeps my spending in check, which is definitely something that I need from time to time. So, all right. So like I said, the first one I have is car maintenance. So I will go ahead and add $1 to that. So with these, I just write the date. And then how much I'm adding. And then the balance left, or the balance that's currently in the envelope. And I do that whether I'm adding or subtracting from it. So it just kind of, this is basically acting as a ledger for what's in there. Okay, so I'll go there. And then we'll move on to the next one. So for my car gas, I have a weekly spending budget for my gas. This is if I, for some reason, have to go over that. And this one is set at $100. So okay, car tabs are one that I've already met the goal amount, and I based that off of what they were last year. And then the next one after car tabs is truck maintenance. Same idea as the car maintenance. If it's batteries, it's anything that's anything that's under $500 will come from this envelope. If it's something that's a larger dollar amount than that, then it will get its own envelope, and I'll save the money specifically for that item. Okay, so truck maintenance will get $1. Same thing. I have a separate gas one for my truck as well. And then I also have my truck tabs, which have already met their goal amount. Okay, the next one. The next one is property tax. Sorry, I hear somebody outside talking, which is weird. Okay, so property tax is one that I have an idea of what it's going to be. So back in 2025, in September, I paid off my mortgage. So this is one that I have an idea of what it's going to be, but I'll know more when that bill comes in. And so I'm just I'm throwing money at it and anticipating that I know that it's coming. So this will kind of help to cushion that a little bit. And so same thing, just write how much I'm putting in there, the date, and what the balance is in the envelope. My next one is my insurance for both of my vehicles and my home. I pay this every 6 months because I get a little bit of a discount from my insurance company doing it that way. Let's see. So put that in there. And then the next one is Meriwether's sinking fund. Meriwether is my dog, and she has her own savings, and she also has her own spending money. So this one in particular, I have it set at $500. This is if she needs to go to the vet for anything, or her flea medication, or if anything that she needs. And then so go ahead and add $1 to this. The next one next one I have is medical. Medical is if I need to pay a copay, if I need to go to the doctor, or for prescriptions or anything along those lines. And I have that one set, that is one of the larger ones that I have, and that one is set at $1,000. Okay, so the next one is emergency fund, and let's see. So go ahead and add $1 to this one. Right, so that finishes off this batch of envelopes. Okay, so next we're gonna get into, we're starting to get into categories where it's a little easier for me to spend some money on these areas. So this is where I put the parameters around myself, and like I said, if I have the cash, I can go ahead and buy it. Otherwise, I need to save the money for it. Okay, so the next one is my pantry. And 2. So adding the, writing the date, how much I'm adding, and then the balance. The next one is Costco. Next one after that is home. Okay, the next is garden. Gardening is one of my hobbies. It's something that I enjoy. But again, it's another one of those areas where, man, if I wanted to, I could blow some serious cash on some plants and seeds and decorations and all of the things. So, like, for instance, I just ordered some seeds for this year's garden, which I'm pretty excited about. So, just one pack. So it wasn't like crazy blowout, but I saw them and I was like, hey, I need those ones, because why not? I mean, so anyway, so my garden, or if I need more soil, or, you know, any of those kinds of things, whether it's, you know, decorative or actually functional for the area. That's where this money comes from. So freeze dryer. Freeze dryer is an example of one of those things that I bought that was a larger priced item. I knew that I wanted it, so I went ahead and I saved money for about a year to purchase it with cash. And I bought it while it was on sale during a Black Friday sale from the company. And so now that I have it, this envelope is actually for any of the accessories that go with it or the maintenance items that I need for it. And then sometimes food or candy that I put in there. So this is an example of one of those larger priced items that I did that for. All right. The next one is clothes. And this could be something as basic as, I don't know, shoes, or, I don't know, whether it's work clothes or pajamas or whatever it is that I need, that's where this comes from. All right, the next one's beauty. And this is an example of one that I recently increased the amount on because I'm still getting used to this camera mount. It shakes a little bit. This year in 2026, I'm trying to be more intentional about going and getting services like pedicures and manicures and massages, those kinds of things, getting my hair cut, doing those nice things for myself as part of my self-care routine. So I just recently increased this dollar amount. It was at $100, now it's at $200. So still not anything outrageous, but I wanted to be more intentional about having money available to do those things if I want to. So, and then one, and then 199. So we're almost at the goal amount for this one, which is kind of nice, because the nice thing about having them, once they get a little more mature, then I have them to where I can really put more than just a couple dollars towards one thing, and I start to see the numbers go up. Granted, they do, surprisingly, even just putting $1 at a time, they do grow pretty fast. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of fun for me too. It keeps this is part of my budgeting and my money maintenance and all that kind of stuff, my financial stuff, that this is actually one of the things that I really enjoy. So as part of the process. So the next one is going to be entertainment. Entertainment I have set at $100. This is if I say, for instance, I want to go to the movies, or something along those lines. Or if I want to buy something online that is purely for entertainment, then it'll come out of this envelope. And it's set at $100, so it's not a large amount of money. But and the next one is gifts. Now this is it's actually already full. This is for birthdays or Mother's Day, Father's Day, wedding presents, baby showers, that kind of thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that dollar aside. Let's see. The next one is Amazon. And often what I'll do is I will take this category plus, if I were to purchase, I don't know, let's use socks for instance. If I purchase some socks on Amazon, what my plan is I will take the money from that category. So clothing, I will take whatever that, say it's $20 just for easy math. If I buy a package of socks for $20, I'll take the money from my clothing envelope. If I don't have the full $20 there, then I will take from the Amazon envelope. And then if I still don't have the $20, but combined between the two of those envelopes, then it'll come from when I'm doing my budget and I'm making sure that the card balances are zeroed out, I'll take it from that paycheck. So that's it's an example of how I use these envelopes to actually pay for some of the other things that I have going on. So let's see. Nope, that's the wrong day. There we go. Okay. Okay, the next one is the company that I buy my deodorant from. That one is already full, so I'm going to go ahead and just set that dollar aside. So kind of an example of, like, I know that eventually I'm going to need to order that item again, and so I already have the money set aside to do that when it's time. And I order it directly from them online because it's actually cheaper than buying it anywhere else. So the next one is Thanksgiving, or the next two, I guess, are Thanksgiving and Christmas. These are examples of things that come up every year. And I think for both of these categories, I have the limit set at $500. So, and that's just what works for me. So I'm contributing to these all year long until they're full. And then I move on to something else. Okay. And then the next ones are, so I just recently started a few new ones, and those are for intentional outlier. So between the YouTube channel and also the Buy Me a Coffee page, I added 5 more categories. So sure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now, we're going to go back and we're going to figure out, what I'm going to do. So I have, let's see, for $5 extra. So I'm going to go back to one that is a larger goal amount, or something that's close to its goal amount. Actually, I think I'm going to add $1 to beauty, because it's Its current balance is $199 and its goal amount is $200. So if I add that, then it'll be met. And then next time, that dollar that would have gone here, dips, will go somewhere else. What did I do? It's in the other one. Here we are. Perfect. Then let's see. Where else? I think medical. We'll get the other one. Other money that's left over. Let's see. So $4. And then going to update this guy. And there we go. All right, so that is all of the sinking funds that I am going to add money to for this February 13th paycheck. If there's any questions, please ask. Just leave a comment in the comment section. And then thank you for liking and subscribing and sharing the videos with anybody that you think may benefit from them. And my goal is really to put out information that people are interested in that can help them out. So if you have any suggestions, things that I can improve, or topics that you'd like me to talk about some more, please just leave a comment. Really, I appreciate your time, and thank you for those that have already liked and subscribed, and it's helping my channel grow, which is great, and it's fun for me to watch. But anyway, okay, so thank you, and I will see you in the next video.